One of the things that I've been thinking about a lot lately is just that you, when I say you, I mean we, all of us, are going to be heavily judged um, by the way that, not only with the way that we conduct ourselves and the way that we treat ourselves, but how we treat other people. And I think that that's something to really consider because, like you can be a philanthropist who gives all the money that you have in the world to the poor, but if somebody witnesses you treating someone poorly, like that's the image that they have in their mind. And so I think that, as we live our lives, we need to consider that. And I was watching somebody had written a book and they were on a television show and they were saying that by doing 5 things a day, you increase your happiness, your own personal happiness, if you do 5 things a day for someone else. And I think that, nobody should be content with just doing 5 things so that we can feel happy about who we are as a person. Like, you should strive, or we should strive, to make sure that our life is about everybody else. Not necessarily everybody else and not ourselves, but like about people in general. Because you don't, with the short amount of time that we have here on Earth, it does not make any sense for us to use that time like being selfish. Like, it's really important for us to do what we can to commit to helping other people because no matter how, you and I think that you're, super low on the totem pole, but there's always somebody who's worse off than you. And, you know, as anybody who professes to be a believer in Jesus Christ, like you should already know that um, God is going to hold you accountable for what you do for other people. And I think sometimes we're like, well, I have just as much stuff as they do. Why should I have to give my last money to somebody that's just gonna buy beer or just gonna buy alcohol or whatever? And I think you should reconsider that because you do not know you don't know the impact of your kindness on somebody's life that you don't know. And I keep hearing people say, well, it can just be a smile. I think that, we need to go a step farther than just smiling at people because I think that you can smile at people, and smiling does go a long way and it does help people and it does, play a positive role in people's lives. But I think one thing that goes even farther than a smile is the action. And, like somebody said that, what's that old saying that actions speak louder than words? Well, that's a very true statement in that, like if you think about the things that people have said to you and the things that people have done to you or for you, those things, those actions weigh a lot more heavier than just what somebody said to you. So if you can use that type of thinking to impact somebody else's life, like what can I do for somebody else today? That not just 5 things a week, not just, what can I say to be seen, but something that I can do that, and obviously the result is that you're going to feel good about who you are as a person when you give to somebody or when you invest in somebody's life. That's obvious. But, you should not do it because you want to get all of these, I don't know, you want to get all these rewards. You should sow a seed of positivity and of hope and of whatever in somebody's life because it's going to make their life better. And anybody, most people who are living, and who are breathing and existing, they're breathing and existing because somebody encouraged them, somebody pushed them along, somebody said that they could do it, somebody did not discourage them. And so thinking about that, like, that's just the best way to, you don't have to read a book, that was free, I won't charge you. But that's a way to live a positive and healthy life by giving to people without the expectation of getting back all the time. So that's all I really have to say. Please check out my blog, www.imdomo.com. And yeah.